What up guys, Super Metal 1993 here not looking orange for once in a while. What can I say, natural sunlight does me a lot of favours and some people may think it doesn't do you any favours at all. Click away. Anyway, but if those have gone, so bye. Anyway, I'm here to do a CD review for you. The last review I done was a 2017 release, which was Beast Incarnate by Beheaded, so make sure you check out that review. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can check it out. But I thought I'd take a step back and go to 2016. A lot of releases that I overlooked and stuff, and thought like maybe I should revisit them a little bit and stuff like that. And there was a lot of stuff that I either revisited or decided a bit late, let's check this out, and that's where Super Metal recommendations will come in handy. But this one in particular that I'm going to be reviewing for you today is one that I really wanted to talk to you about and definitely give a little bit of promotion in its own video. So yeah, let's get on with it. This is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today, as you can read by the title of the video, obviously. But yeah, this is the new album from the band Wretched Soul, entitled The Ghost Road. This is released under UKEM Records. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Wretched Soul, they're a UK-based kind of thrash death kind of band, with a lot of influences from both styles come and merge this beautiful unit of thrash death that I've heard quite a lot of bands pull off, but I think this band pulls off in a more melodic, epic kind of sense, which we're going to get to as the video progresses. But yeah, Wretched Soul has 2 albums out now. Their debut album, Veronica, which I've never actually listened to, so no comments on that one. But after hearing this album a lot more, it urges us to check out that album, and I probably will check out that album, and if it's any good, I will definitely pick it up. But anyway, Wretched Soul I never really heard of. I'd heard the name hovering around the UK, like metal underground and stuff. I'd heard it hovering around, and that's what made us go and check it, in all honesty. And also, it's UKEM Records. I totally support that label. But also, on top of that, that gorgeous artwork was just... I just looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's going to be something quite tasty. So, that's what urged us to check it. And then Chris from UKEM Records asked if I would review it. And I've been promising him for quite a while now. And I said, look mate, I'm going to pick up the album because I love it, and then I'll review it. So, hopefully he likes the video. But anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit. But this album I did check out in 2016. I gave it about 1.5, maybe 2 listens, and because I'm not that massively into thrash, like I do like thrash, I love bands like Havoc, for example. I think they're the best the thrash has to offer, personally, to me anyway. Like there's all the Slayer and the Metallica, old Metallica obviously, but thrash isn't really something that I dwell into an awful lot. But that's probably why I kind of overlooked it a little bit, I feel, and I kind of regret that in such a sense, because this album has grown on me so much, and I've had it on repeat so much, especially over the past, well, we're getting into March now, the past 3 months. I mean, I've had it on repeat quite a lot, and the more I listen to it, the more enjoyment I get from it, the more of a connection I build with the album. And I think that's something really that makes you think back and, well, actually step back and think, maybe I actually really like this album, and I've come to accept that I do really like it, and I'm like, damn, I like another thrash album. But anyway, this album is seriously, seriously good. If you love your thrash metal, or even really appreciate it to an extent that I do, I really appreciate it. But anyway, if you like your thrash metal, but you think there's a part of it that thinks, oh, this needs to be a little bit heavier for me to enjoy, or this needs to have a bit more grit to it and a bit more beefiness and oomph to it, then if you're after that kind of sort of styled album, then this is definitely for you. This has a death metal-esque to it that that creates this like vicious tension and beefiness underneath the already sick thrash elements that have on here. It's one of those. It's definitely one of those albums to me where you want to listen to it and you think, this is an album that I would love to headbang to live and in my room or in your bedrooms or wherever, if you even heard it at some club night or whatever. But anyways, this is a seriously sick album. From the first track, which is called Necromancer, you hit with that intro, you think, yeah, this is going to be a thrash metal album. But throughout the course of that song alone, like, it has this, like, vicious, thrashy death attack to it that you can't shake off. And then, when it comes to, like, the chorusy stuff, when the cleans come in, and the like, shouty, thrashy kind of cleans, you think to yourself, like, damn, this album offers a lot more than just this thrash death, heavy, riff fest, as I come to call a lot of albums nowadays. But it offers so much in that aspect that when the cleans come in, you just think, this is the complete picture. This is complete, and a unique kind of vibe, and that's the kind of vibe I get. I feel like it's a very unique sound to me in general. I mean, there's probably a lot of bands that have covered this kind of style in the past. I mean, like, it kind of has that kind of vibe of, like, older Trivium, kind of, that kind of, like, thrashy kind of old school vibe. But then the cleans come in with this punch and power, and that's what I really enjoyed about the cleans, is I could feel a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity, and just, like, overpoweringness, if you ask me. And that's just not on Necromancer, I might as well add. This is throughout the entire course of the album. The vocals definitely have this kind of very varied style, from, like, your stereotypical thrash kind of style, mixing it in with some death metal growls that are very low and quite wretchedly evil sounding. But then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, it'll come in with this, like, epic, like, commanding kind of clean voice in there, and it's just like, damn, that really just gives this kind of, like, great vibe off, and just makes you just really appreciate the album and really like the album. And it's made me like the album just for what it offers in variation with the vocals, let alone the music, let alone with the music, should I say. But anyway, throughout the course of it, the drum work is phenomenal. There's a lot of your stereotypical thrash kind of beats in there, but it still has this kind of, like, real tightness to it, and very punchy vibe, and everything is very audible in the mix, and you can feel every impact from every snare hit to every cymbal riding along with it, and it just sounds so goddamn good. The bass work is ridiculously good. Like, it's not this kind of, like epic-y show-off kind of bass. It's just right there, unifying the guitars, and as the saying goes, like, the bass is the glue, what holds the band together. And that is no exception when it comes to this album. This definitely holds the band together, from the meaty guitar tone to the intense drum playthrough. It's locking in and creating heavy intention where it's needed, but then creating some beautiful melodies in, like, the choruses and whatnot, and it just sounds really nice, and a very nice smooth kind of not even gritty kind of tone. It just creates this nice little bark in the background that I feel it's like one of the best bass tones on a mix that I've heard in a long time. Just well mixed into the tracks, and just sounds amazing, if you ask me. The guitar work is extraordinary. The tone is real beefy and full of meat, and just, so goddamn good. Like, there's a lot of elements of both in the riffage. Like as I said, there's, like, that death, the thrash, and the melodicness in the vocals, but you feel that also in the guitars. There's some really heavy beefy death metal riffs over some, or transcending into some very melodic, like, thrashy headbang thrash riffs that come in a cohesive unit. It's unbelievable to hear. And then when the melodicness comes in on the chorus, it really echoes well with the vocals, and it's honestly great to hear, and it makes you just smile. It just makes you smile listening to this album, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. Lead work is extraordinary as well. Some great melodic solos in there that you definitely need to you just need to check out this album if you're into anything thrash, death, or melodic. If you like any of those aspects, you need to give this, just dropped my coaster, but you need to give this album a spin. I did, and me, some people who aren't into thrash, I know some of my subscribers aren't massively into thrash like myself, but anyway, if you're into thrash and you have an open mind to check out some new thrash, even though you're not massively into it, give this album a chance. I've really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it today. I've had it on repeat quite a lot lately, and I'm probably going to have it on repeat a hell of a lot more. I might as well add that well done to UKEM Records for putting out a sick album and a great pressing. Make sure you pick up this album. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can pick it up. I believe they still have quite a few copies left, and there's, I believe, a bundle where you can get the album artwork shirt, which I'm tempted to pick up, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see what happens. I need to cut back a little bit on my spending because I'm spending a bit too much on CDs. But anyway, make sure you check out this album if you haven't already. Excellent album. I wouldn't even say there's much I can recommend, like for fans of, because I'm not massively into thrash. I haven't dwelled that much into it. But if you're into thrash, death metal, or even melodic thrash or anything like that, check this album out. It's an excellent piece of work, and definitely something that's going to be well respected in the northeast metal in the UK metal circuit for years to come, and it's going to turn into a classic if you ask me. For an overall score though, I'm going to give it a solid, let's give it a solid 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10, and you definitely need to check out excuse me. Tracks I recommend: Necromancer, Warwolf, The Silent God, Bury the Heretic. I might as well also add the song The Ghost Road, the last track on the album. Kind of has a bit of a black metal kind of esque to it, if you ask me, like the kind of like dark atmosphere that kind of has that same black metal vibe. Definitely check that track out as well. So Necromancer, Warwolf, The Silent God, Bury the Heretic, and The Ghost Road. Definitely check out this album if you're into that sort of stuff. So yeah, make sure you check it out. Solid 8 out of 10 I'd give it. So yeah, make sure you check out Wretched Souls, The Ghost Road. Link in the description of where you can check it out in any way it means necessary, and I'll even leave a link to UKEM Records where you can pick it up and also check out some of his other releases. So I'll see you until the next video, and remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.